Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Beth and I am the Bookworm Trait. And today I'm bringing you my autumn TBR as well as my first roll for Bookoplathon. I am filming this from a slightly strange position because I've been trying to film this video all day. My kid is not playing, so I am now sat on the playmat so that I can occupy her whilst also filming a video. So apologies for any noises in the background. So I did film a TBR at the start of the year and I did say that there was no deadline for it. I think I finished that TBR around June or July time. So I am filming another TBR. This time I'm going to try and finish it by the end of autumn, which I think is some point in December, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm giving myself to the end of December. At the end of this video as well, I will do my first roll for Bookoplathon. I'm going to allow myself to sort of mood read for Bookoplathon, so I'll just be doing one roll in this vlog. When I finish that read, I'll do another roll, and that's how I'm gonna read in September. So moving into my TBR. So if this is your first time watching Sims Picks My TBR, I'll be using a random trait generator to select 3 traits, 1 aspiration and 1 bonus trait, and I've assigned each of these a reading prompt. So based on the traits that I get, I'll get a prompt, I'll pick a book. It's fairly straightforward. Everything is linked in the description below if you want to check any of it out. I've also redone the prompts, so all of the traits are now covered, and I've slightly adjusted how I do my aspirations rather than each individual aspiration having a prompt. I've just assigned a prompt to each aspiration type. So the traits that I got for autumn were Child of the Island, and for this I read a book with an island setting, Outgoing, and this is a book outside of my comfort zone, and Self-Assured, which is a 5-star prediction. My aspiration type was Werewolf, which has the bonus trait of Lunar Confident. So my first trait was Child of the Island, and this is a book with an island setting. Now when I think about island setting, I am thinking tropical island, but the British Isles and the Republic of Ireland are also islands. And so I'm going to be going with Beautiful World, Where Are You? And I am just assuming that this is set on the island of Ireland. I'm not sure if this is Republic of Ireland, Dublin, Republic of Ireland. So this is set in the Republic of Ireland, which is located in Ireland, which is of course an island. I'm a big Sally Rooney fan. I mean, she's only released 2 books, but I gave both of those 5 stars, and I have read, she's got like a really short book called Mr. Salary. I've read that as well, and I also gave that 5 stars. Even though it's so short, I don't think it can even count as a novella. I really enjoy the almost claustrophobia that you feel in Sally Rooney's books. You're so ingrained in the character's life, and that's what I like. I like my books to be character heavy, and Sally Rooney's books definitely are. So like all Sally Rooney books, this is following a group of friends and the relationships between them. I'm not really gonna say anything more about the plot because I don't know any more about the plot, and really that is the plot of all Sally Rooney books. So island setting. So my next trait was Outgoing, and for this I need to read a book outside of my comfort zone, and for this I am gonna go with A Deadly Education by Naomi Novak. I think it's Novak, I don't know. And this is a book that's outside my comfort zone because it is YA fantasy. Now, that being said, the last few YA fantasy books that I've read, I have really enjoyed, but I think that's just luck and me needing very like low effort books. I don't mean that as an insult to YA, it's just they're targeted at younger people, so they're going to be easier to read than adult fantasy. I've had very mixed reviews about this book though, so I'm not sure this is going to continue my current love for YA fantasy. This also has a lot of dark academia in it as well, which can be incredibly hit and miss for me. This has a magical school setting though, which is one of my favourite settings. So honestly, this could be a 5-star read, a 1-star read, or it could be right in the middle at 3, and I would not be surprised. So A Deadly Education follows a girl called Elle who is enrolled in a magical school. I think it's called the Scholarmans. Let me check. Yes, it's called The Scholarmance. Now, my interpretation of this synopsis could be completely wrong. So please forgive me if my explanation for this book is not actually what this book is about. But I believe this is following a girl called Elle who is enrolled in a magical school called The Scholarmance. This school is full of monsters, and to graduate you have to get through certain levels of the school and like deal with, kill or maim, or I don't know how dark this is going to be, but you got to get past the monsters. Elle has got this dark kind of looked down upon magic which she has to keep secret for reasons. I don't give very good explanations, but I'm sure you've heard all about this book because it was quite hyped when it was released. So I'm interested to see how I'm going to enjoy this book, though I'm not overly confident that I will. So the next trait was self-assured, and this was to read a 5-star prediction. And the book that I have gone with is Babel. Now, Babel doesn't actually come out till tomorrow, so I don't have the physical book yet. Now, initially, Babel wasn't actually a 5-star prediction for me. It was a book that I was interested to read, but it has got so much hype that I think it could be a 5-star read. I have read The Poppy Ball. It wasn't 5 stars for me, but like I did enjoy it. So I'm saying it's going to be 5 stars. I could be incredibly disappointed, but I have faith that it's going to live up to expectations. So Babel is about the Tower of Babel, but not in the biblical sense. It's a fantasy. It's set in Oxford, and the Tower of Babel is part of the Oxford University. Actually, it doesn't say that it is part of Oxford University. I think I've just made that up. We'll see. I don't know. But Babel is the Royal Institute of Translation, and we're following a girl, I think. The name is Robin, so it could be a boy or a girl. We're following Robin, who is an orphan who's been brought up in Babel. Initially, she thought it was like the bee's knees, but now she sees it as a prison. That's all I really know about this book, but I am hopeful that I'm going to get to know and love it. So my aspiration fell into the werewolf category, and for this I need to read a book that features a fantastical creature. And I have gone with the book Her Soul to Take. Sorry, we have a guest. I'm also hoping, if possible, to get this onto my Bookoplathon TBR, because this is a book that I saw on Becca's channel and I was like, I need to read that immediately. So Her Soul to Take is a dark fantasy romance. Not fantasy in the traditional sense of like elves and things like that. It is a romance between a woman and a demon that she summons. I believe it is very dark and very taboo. Just reading through the synopsis, I think I might have got it confused with something else that I saw on Becca's channel. Because I don't know that I'm gonna like this. But I've put it on my TBR. I've already downloaded it to my Kindle. So I'm just going to go with it. And you know what? If I DNF it, I DNF it. But maybe it will be a new fave. Who knows? And the final prompt was for my bonus trait, which was Lunar Confident. And this was to read a sci-fi book. And for this, I'm going to be reading Annihilation. Annihilation is a book that I have very high expectations for. I believe it's on my like 5-star predictions video, or books I want to read this year or something like that. I don't remember what I called the video, but I'm sure it's on there. I watched the film and I didn't love the film, but it definitely got me intrigued in reading the book. So Annihilation is about a place called Area X, which is supposed to be incredibly beautiful, but whenever they send groups of people in to kind of map this place out and understand what's going on there, bad things happen to them. So we are following the 12th expedition as they go into this beautiful, unique, weird, crazy Area X. That's all you really get from the synopsis. To be honest, that's all I really remember of the film, but I'm very excited to read this. I think it's going to be weird sci-fi. I don't read a lot of sci-fi, but I think if I'm gonna like any subgenre, it's gonna be weird sci-fi. So going into this one with high expectations too. And finally, let's do my Bookoplathon roll. So I've already done it, so I'll just insert a little video clip here. Hello. Just popping in here because I was just cleaning my kitchen and I realised that I only used one of my dice. So I rolled a 7, a 4 and a 3, but I only counted 4 spaces. So it actually landed on the people space. Now luckily the book I've picked does work for this space, so we're just going to leave it as it is. But I just wanted to pop in and let you know that I am an idiot. So the prompt was to read a book that is less than 300 pages, which is usually great for a readathon, but I don't own a lot of books that are less than 300 pages, and the 2 that I could find I just really didn't feel like reading. So I just went and had a look on Scribd and I found the audiobook of I'm Thinking of Ending Things, which I've been wanting to read for a while and happens to be less than 300 pages. I don't remember exactly how many pages. I've seen the film and I loved the film. It's very much my kind of story, which is weird and unexplained and the type of thing that you can make lots of theories up about. So I really want to read the book to see if you can get more from the story in the book than you could in the film. Now, interestingly, I have no idea how I'm going to enjoy this. This could very well be a 5-star read for me, and again, it could very well be a DNF. So we'll just have to see how that goes. So very brief and short synopsis for this. It basically follows a couple after they have dinner at the boyfriend's parents' house and things get weird. If you've seen the film, that's it. That is the plot. So those are all the books on my TBR, and I will of course be starting this month reading I'm Thinking of Ending Things, as that's my first roll for Bookoplathon. Hopefully I can get some of my Sims Picks My TBR books on my Bookoplathon TBR, but it just depends on what I roll. So just to quickly recap, for Child of the Island, a book with an island setting, I'm going to be reading Beautiful World, Where Are You? For Outgoing, a book outside of my comfort zone, I'll be reading A Deadly Education. For Self-Assured, a 5-star prediction, I'll be reading Babel. For Werewolf, a book featuring a fantastical creature, I'll be reading Her Soul to Take. I don't know if I said, but the demon is the fantastical creature in this. And for my bonus trait of Lunar Confident, a sci-fi, I'll be reading Annihilation. And then of course my Bookoplathon roll, I'm Thinking of Ending Things. I am once again going to try and vlog in September, but we will just have to see. It's very difficult to do with a child, so we'll just have to see, but I would like to have some footage. My birthday is at the beginning of the month, so I'm going to at least try and vlog that because I know we're doing some fun things. But yeah, we'll just have to see. But if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of these books or if you have any recommendations for me. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you want to see more from me in the future. And hopefully you'll come back and see me in another video soon. Bye. Yeah.